Yes, everyone. Good
So,
morning, good afternoon, good evening to
how,
you. Take whatever that suits your time zone. Welcome back again to the pregame show on Chelsea Perspective, and it's always a pleasure to always have you guys. Antonio, how you doing? I see you got in just in the nick
Coach,
of
my
time
man,
before.
Coach, you see the official statement, see the official announcement from Roman. He's selling.
Who's signing?
Roman is selling. Official statement just released.
Saying what does he say?
He said he's going to sell the club.
Oh my, that's heartbreaking. I mean, hopefully we get a win today, and then everybody can be happy. It's heartbreaking, so officially it's true. But I'm guessing that the statement includes something like he will find somebody who will take good care of the club because that's what he does. I hope that's the case. I want us to start by looking at this comment here. It looks like Chalobah will miss out. I don't know if you're seeing what we have on
Yeah,
the screen here. Can you see it? It says Thomas
yeah.
Tuchel discusses Trevor Chalobah growing injury that required dressing room surgery. So possibly he could be out of the game, and I hope that's not the case. Do you? I don't think the lineup is not out yet. Not in here, but probably out in the fifth stand. Let me check. So how you doing, Antonio? How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. Coach, how you feel about the news?
Already, we did a show about it. It's heartbreaking. I haven't even rested. I've not been able to sleep. I'm fearful that if he sells the club to somebody who's profit focused, then we're in serious trouble. Hopefully he fight because
Coach, I heard
yeah. Go ahead.
I heard the Swiss guy and Todd Bowley, they like 5, 6, 7 other investors are gonna try about preparing a bid.
I honestly do not want the Swiss guy. If anybody, I want the Saudi prince. I think
It'll be a
for the Saudi
Cortesian.
prince,
It'll be a Cortesian with
yeah, yeah. For the Saudi prince, it's not about money. He already has money. Um, it just needs more influence globally. I think I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried of him selling it to the Swiss guy. I'm trying to find the lineup in the fifth stand to see if I can see it there. The app we're using here hasn't shown it. Yeah, how about you? How do you feel about it?
I'm good. I'm kind of worried because I don't know, because I know a lot of people. I know I don't want to end up like the Glazers where they just take money out of the club and don't like. Yeah,
Hmm.
Coach, I'm guessing Coach Marina will probably leave with Roman if Roman sells.
Possibly because Roman likes Marina very well. She's worked with him for a pretty long time. I think she started working for Roman just immediately after her graduation in Russia, when Roman still owned the oil company that he sold later. So possibly, if he has a good agreement with the new owner, they might agree to keep Marina to help facilitate a smooth handover, and that doesn't take time. It takes a while, a year plus. Or if Marina loves the job so much, she might decide to stay. But the fact is, I see Roman Abramovich buying a club somewhere else where he wouldn't have so much issues like this, and also bringing Marina in to help him, build
So,
things
so
up.
I'm
So
guessing, Coach will be bringing a DOF then.
bring who?
A DOF in, a DOF, director of football in.
Possibly. Possibly. I think that will happen. There were no. That's. I think the club has already started talking about that even before this issue popped up. They started. I think the former Barcelona DOF, and I have an issue with that.
Why do you have an issue with that?
Here's why I have an issue with that because he was the same guy that was at Barcelona, and they spent so much.
I heard coach was
Sorry.
the owner that did that. I heard the coach was the owner that did that. That's what I heard.
Okay.
Bartomeu was the owner that one of those players. He's got a Pedri and Arujo or Arujo. I can't the center back.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see. Do you have the lineup anywhere? Phantom of
Yeah,
Many
yeah,
Tom.
yeah. Chelsea just posted it.
Okay, I'm seeing it on the fifth time too. Let me see.
Oh,
Phantom of many colors, many topics. Welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Always good to see you around. But I must tell you, it makes me nervous when people see teams as easy win. This is Chelsea Football Club. We're not called Charity FC for nothing, and that's what I call a phenomenon. That's the reason why we lose to smaller teams and fight hard against the bigger teams. Let me see. Let me know if we have the same lineup here, Antonio. I have Kepa, I have Callum Hudson-Odoi, I have Rudiger, I have Sa, I have Kennedy, Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho,
So
Saul,
Mount, Lukaku.
Lukaku, and Werner. Wow,
Yeah,
that's it will be difficult to figure out where everybody plays because we have Loftus-Cheek, and then we have Saul, and we have Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Maybe Loftus-Cheek would play as a number 8 today. What do you think? Let's start out the structure here because we're not
I
seeing the
heard he's
structure
going
on
to
the
play a
screen.
right center back. I heard he's going to play a right center back.
Who's going to play Loftus-Cheek?
Yeah, that's what I heard from CFC News page. That's what I heard.
Right center back.
Yeah.
That move is worse than even Mourinho himself would do. I don't know why it's taking this guy's time to show the lineup and the structure. They haven't even shown anything like that. Not happy. Right center back. That's surprising to me. How is that going to work?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think the issue is that because of his physique, I think managers always just just push the guy around and place him in positions that they feel like he can play. But I don't think it's all right. Why would he play right center back? I think in our lineup we had let's see how much we got correctly here. I don't think we picked. I don't remember if we picked Callum Hudson-Odoi. Well, we majority picked Kepa Arrizabalaga, and I didn't think Kepa was going to start because I thought maybe he wouldn't be in the right state of mind. Rudiger, we were expected to start. Sa, we expected to start. Kennedy, we expected to start. Loftus-Cheek, the same thing. Jorginho, I didn't expect him to start, but some guys expected him to start. Saul, we expected to start. Mount, no, I don't think so. We didn't expect him to start. Lukaku and Werner, we expected to start. So, what do you think? Any surprises for you, or would you have selected the same
I'm surprised
players?
Havertz not starting. I'm surprised Havertz not starting.
No, why would they start? He's one of our best players, so probably being rested because it's going to be a busy week for us. Remember, we have our schedule is tight this week. Yeah. So you're okay with all that part of the lineup?
I mean, I guess he's just resting guys. So
yeah, let me check our schedule here. We will play Burnley. That's in 3 days. Then after that, on the 13th, we'll play Newcastle away. And then it's gonna be really, really busy week for us. So why we wait to see if the structure shows here, Antonio? What formation do you think they will play? Because I don't think the formation is showing on the fifth stand app either.
I think it will probably be like a 3-4-3. I think.
I don't. Given that we have Loftus-Cheek, Saul Niguez, and also Jorginho on the pitch, probably a 4-1-4-1. I'm thinking because that's. I don't think it will play the three at the back. How about Ziyech? Do you see the bench?
Ziyech is out.
What happened? Any ideas what happened?
He's injured. He's still injured.
On the bench, we have Lewis Hall, James. We have Williams. I don't know who the kid is. You know Williams?
Dylan Williams.
You know him well?
He's an academy player, I think.
We have Kante, we have Kovacic, we have Barkley, we have Pulisic, we have Harvey Vell. I'm surprised these kids are starting it. Which means Thomas Tuchel is taking the game really seriously because we argued that actually that after the loss to Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final, he will most definitely try to win this one because if we lose 2 games in a row, usually it affects the confidence of the players. So I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised too. I'm surprised Hall isn't starting. That's why I argued the last time we talked about him, whether that performance was a one-off thing or whether he's underperforming of late. So I don't know why we're not using the kids from the academy, especially these days that we're not sure what's going to happen to our club. Start giving them game time in such games so that they can gain experience and be there for us when we need them. Stab, welcome to the stream.
Hello. Has the team come out yet?
Yeah, we have. Do you have the lineup, or do you want me to call it for you?
No, I want you to call it because I was trying to put on, but I couldn't find it.
Okay, for the lineup, we have Keparis the Balaga in goal. We have Hudson Odoi. Yeah, that's it. I think I'm looking at the right lineup. And then we have Rudiger, we have Sarr, we have Kennedy, Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho, Saul, Mount, Lukaku, Werner. So what do you think about it? We can't see. There's nowhere. It didn't say anything about the structure.
Who were the defenders again?
I'm not sure who defends there because the list is kind of crazy. I'm going to go through it again. We have Kepa, Callum Hudson-Odoi. We have Rudiger, Sarr, Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho. Probably Kennedy. I think we saw Kennedy's there. So Kennedy is the defender. Sarr defender. Rudiger defender. I think one more person joined there, and I'm not sure who that is. So the complete list again is Kepa, Hudson-Odoi, Rudiger, Sarr, Kennedy, Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho, Saul, Mount, Lukaku, Werner. And there was something Antonio said about he said something about was it Loftus-Cheek starting at the right centre back position? Yeah. So what do you think?
So Ruben Loftus-Cheek is starting as a centre back.
Yeah, okay. That's what he said. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just Viola. Yes, I've heard about the statement. I haven't seen it myself, so I haven't read it through. But I believe Antonio. Antonio said he states that he's going to sell the club.
He's selling the club as official. Stop. What is your thoughts on the Roman statement?
Say that again.
What's your thoughts,
Roman's statement that he's going to sell the club?
He's going to sell the club?
Yeah.
Yes, official statement.
Where's that come from?
Chelsea's website. Chelsea's account.
It's on the official website, is it?
It's on Chelsea's Twitter account. So yeah.
Chelsea Twitter account, yeah.
Well, if he's going to sell it, he's going to sell it. Who can blame him? Because he's been made a big scapegoat by the British media and the government, not the government, but politicians. So I can't blame him. But it's not going to be that easy. He's probably going to have to reduce. Apparently, he's asking $3 billion. So
yeah,
I don't know. It depends if that $3 billion is inclusive of the debt. If it's not inclusive,
he said he doesn't want the money back. That's what he said.
Right. So he just wants $3 billion, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, I'm so heartbroken right now. But let's come back to the pregame show. Stab, what do you think about the lineup overall? I haven't seen the structure here, so we cannot really use the screen here. I'm still refreshing it to see if it shows. Antonio, do you see the formation anywhere?
No, I don't.
Yeah, Joshua, please, I want to be myself all through this show, then I can go look at it later and maybe make a video about it. So, Stav, what do you think about the lineup?
Well, it's sounding like 3 at the back, and Hudson-Odoi and Kennedy playing wing backs.
Mm-hmm.
Having 2 wingers, because that's what they actually are, 2 wingers, is a bit of a gamble for me. For me, it's a bit of a gamble. But it's not unexpected that he would take some kind of gamble. The 2-6 isn't a big surprise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all thought Saul would play, and Jorginho, and then up front, 3 up front. We all thought Mount and Lukaku, maybe Werner's at the slight surprise, but I don't think he wants to risk Havertz. So who's on the bench?
Let me give you the list of those on the bench, and I think I've told Antonio that before. Havertz is one of the best players of late, so he wouldn't want to risk it either. The substitutes are Mendy, James, Williams. I don't know Williams. Antonio says he knows him, I think. We have Lewis Hall, Kante, Kovacic, Barkley, Pulisic, and Harvey Vale.
Right. Well, he's got the 3 kids on. Williams is one of the kids.
Yeah, but why not start the kids? That's the question I'm asking.
Because he doesn't want to over gamble, does he? I wouldn't have had a problem with him starting Vale in midfield.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been okay with me. But playing 2 wingers as wing backs and having a makeshift back 3, he probably doesn't want to take any more risks. And I'm not really sure how good Williams is. I've seen him 2 or 3 times, but is he up to this cup game? It's going to be difficult because it's going to, like I said, the ground is really tight, and the fans are sat on top of you virtually. So, well, I'll stick to my prediction of 3-1.
Of 3-1. But I remember you said it's going to be a difficult game. I think it will be, and I'm really concerned about the mindset of the players, because see us, the fan, how we're affected by the whole situation. It's people on Twitter, wherever you could sense, that it's affecting almost everybody who's read the Roman's statement. It's really a dark moment for Chelsea, the football fans and Chelsea followers all over the world, and truly everybody else that that loves football and knows what Roman has done for football. Again, I'm not sure what to say at the moment, because it's really affecting me. But hopefully it will not affect the performance of the players. The timing of the statement is not right. I don't blame anybody. The most important thing, like they said, like Antonio has mentioned, is that he said he doesn't want the loan back, because that alone could have crashed. Could have done a lot of damages to the club. So, I understand how it can affect the players. I understand that it will get into their head, because the truth remains, none of them will be sure of what the future of the club will look like. So it will be in their minds. And to be honest, anybody that leaves this club at this point betrayed the club, whether Andreas Christensen, whether Antonio Rudiger. This is when, if you really love the club, you got to show it that it's never about money for you. This is the time that if you really love Chelsea Football Club, you stay and show it. But we still have money. We're not bankrupt yet. Somebody else who's probably maybe richer than Roman, but may never love the club as Roman does, will get to buy it. I think he will ensure that whoever buys the club shows how much he loves the club too. I mean, we're going to try to stay on topic here, but I know it's really, really difficult to do. But we'll see what happens. Stan, how do you think this statement will affect the players? So I'm going to try and find that statement so we can read it on the screen, because it's about our club. It's about the club we love so much. So let me try and find the statement. I don't know, Stan, did you get my question? How do you think that will affect that mindset of the players? Do you think so?
Well, not really. They should be insular to it. I know it's going to be on their minds, but they should want to go out and still win, even for themselves and the fans. So I don't know what to say. The thing is, just because he's declared he's willing to sell it, and he said he's not going to look for the debt, right? Not looking for the debt also means that potential buyers won't be worrying about the debt. But it's still a long way off. Because any potential person coming in It's going to have to be checked out by the Premier League. Season could finish before he actually sells it. They can't take the club from him. So he has time.
And he's just tired of the stress because he's a human being. Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
While we wait for the lineup, I think we'll take some time to read the statement. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm waiting for you. You were saying something. We're just waiting for the lineup.
I just thought it's not going to happen overnight. Hopefully, if the players know what kind of owner he is, hopefully that's going to spur them on to go for the FA Cup and the Champions League now. So, because this isn't going to happen overnight, it's going to be April, May time, probably before anything can happen.
Oh no!
Yeah,
It has to happen before he gets sanctioned, or he can't sell. So.
I think it has to happen before the sanctions take place. Ronald,
he won't get sanctioned.
Nice to see you here, and it looks like this is your first time here.
He wouldn't be selling. He wouldn't be selling if he wasn't going to get sanctioned. So.
Yeah, welcome to the channel.
He's not going to get sanctioned. They just want him out, basically.
Okay, you guys please just give me 1 second. And Roro, if you haven't, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Yeah, we will try to talk about the lineup as much as we can, but it's a dark moment in the club history. The club is not gone; it's still here. But unfortunately for us, an owner we love so much has decided to sell the club and has put out a statement. So we will touch on the statement, and we're waiting also to see the structure of the lineup here, so we can discuss the structure and why each player is on each position. But we have not seen the structure, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead and read the statement that Roman has put out. Unfortunately, we have to do so. Then we wait for the structure of the lineup, and then we talk about it. Now, the statement reads, I would like to address the speculation in media over the past few days in relation to my ownership of Chelsea Football Club. As I have stated before, I have always taken decisions with the club's best interest at heart. In the current situation, I have therefore taken a decision to sell the club, as I believe this is in the best interest of the club, the fans, the employees, as well as the club's sponsors and partners. The sale of the club will not be fast-tracked, like Stav here mentioned, but will follow due process. I will not be asking for any loans to be repaid. This has never been about business nor money for me, but about pure passion for the game and club. Moreover, I have instructed my team to set up a charitable foundation where all net proceeds from the sale will. Oh no! Oh, come on!
What happened?
Oh no! This is heartbreaking. Just listen to this. It says, I have instructed my team to set up a charitable foundation where all net proceeds from the sale will be donated. This is really heartbreaking, and I have never seen anybody in my life it's just, oh gosh.
Can you carry on for 2 minutes? Yeah, just got to do something quickly.
No problem.
Just calm down, relax.
Coach, it's okay. Coach, it's okay.
Jesus Christ. It says, I have instructed my team to set up a charitable fund. I never knew this will happen to me. I thought I'm strong, but this is really heartbreaking. This is really heartbreaking. He says, I have instructed my team to set up a charitable foundation where all net proceeds from the sale will be donated. The foundation will be for the benefit of all victims of the Ukraine war. This includes providing. I'm sorry, I can't read this. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. This is really heartbreaking. I can't read this. I just can't read this. It was it was never about money for the man, and we knew it all this while. And I don't think we will ever find another owner like Roman Abramovich who does this. I've never seen anybody allow $3 billion to be donated to charity, the victims of the war. And he continues, he says, please know that this has been an incredible, difficult decision to make. And it's pain to me to depart with the club in this manner. However, I do believe this is in the best interest of the club. I never knew that this would ever happen to me, and I thought I'm a strong man. I just don't know what to say. Anthony, what are your thoughts on the statement here?
I don't know what to say, Coach. I don't know what to say, man.
Oh gosh, this is really heartbreaking, and he's just being scapegoated. We talked about it. Yes, he has ties to Putin. That's only natural because he was once a governor in a state in Russia. His business is there. He was born in Russia, and even they're not even considering the fact that he's an Israeli citizen. Not all those things. It's just not fair. But I do believe in karma, and if everybody will get their fair share of whatever they're doing to this man. And I believe his kindness will always. Well, I just don't know how else to put it, but it's a heartbreaking situation for me. But it's okay. I am still waiting to see if I'll see the structure of the lineup, and I have not seen anything change. Anthony, do you see the formation anywhere?
No, I don't. Everyone's tweeting about Roman on my timeline, so.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think hopefully they win this one, so we can just it's not going to change anything, but that will go a long way. And I'm not sure. I know I love this club, and I don't know this will happen in a way that it will break my heart. And I hope those that's been calling for him to be sanctioned, I hope they see this and realize that they're dealing with somebody that's actually a better person than them. Because some of them in that parliament that are calling for the sanctions on the man's businesses to seize his assets, they're the ones selling weapons to Saudi Arabia, which they use to kill children in Yemen. Committing all sorts of inhumane, doing all sorts of bad stuff the whole world. Yet nothing is done to them. But they've seen a man who they think they can use to set an example for a situation that isn't really his fault. And he also took his time. Others were called to come and help to broker peace between the two countries. He was the only person that went. They operate out of Belarus to try and find a peaceful solution. Tell me, what else can he do to find out that he's had ties with Putin, but he's not Putin? See where the money goes to all the people of Ukraine. Not even Russians. This is all. See, I have instructed my team to set up a charitable foundation where all net proceeds from the sale will be donated. The foundation will be for the benefit of all victims of the war in Ukraine, specifically in Ukraine. And he is a Russian. But his priority, he understands the situation, and yet he's been made example of something he knew nothing about. If he knew this was going to happen in the first place, he would have sold Chelsea for a long time. Even at that, having ties to Putin because he was once a governor in Russia doesn't mean he knew anything about this. And like I said, I do believe in karma, and he will hit all of them one by one, especially that particular PM that's been your MP that's been calling for him to be sanctioned. Now they see he's even a better person than they are. I have nothing else to say. It really breaks my heart, because there will never be another Roman Abramovich, no matter how we see it. Yeah, definitely, that's what it is. But it's a dark moment for our beloved club, and all we can do is just we just have to take it. But I think we'll become stronger, and we are just lucky because there's an option for him to call in the loan, and then Chelsea will be crippled. Chelsea will go bankrupt. A lot of things will go wrong, but the man even cares. He cares. If you read the statement again, he talked about the employees of the club. He talked about the charity organization, and our show earlier today, we were concerned, like Stab did say it, that any new owner that comes into the club that is a profit focus will first of all do away with the charity, because you don't spend that money, you don't spend millions from an organization that that sells tickets to make money and sponsorship and all that. A profit focused owner will first of all do away with that charity body of Chelsea Football Club. What Roman, his utmost concern is to make sure the charity organization continues to run and to help people, to help the Ukrainian people who's been displaced or suffering from the situation. I'm going to put the link in the chat so that anybody that wants to join can join, because I am not really collected at this point. I'm so heartbroken. I know we're all in the same boat in terms of the situation, but it's a heartbreaking situation and a dark moment for Chelsea Football Club. Not really because we're somebody that's a douche is going to buy us, but the way he's doing it, you recognize that he's a really, really nice person and cares about the club, cares about football, cares about those that he employs.
I've just posted a statement on the Facebook page. That's why I was held up. Managed to wipe my tears away. I don't know. I don't want to sound nasty, but certain parts of the British public and politicians and all that, they're a disgrace. They're an absolute disgrace. Right? They've hounded him. The man who did the most for any football club in Britain, right? All we've heard is Russian blood money, this, that, and that. But he took advantage, yes, of getting the companies on the cheap, and he built those companies, right? Employed Russian people, bought the club, brought funds to the area, right? Employed all these people, looked after the NHS, put money into charities and all sorts in the area. And it's just a disgrace because all this garbage in Parliament from Keir Starmer today, right, is about politics. It's about having a go at Boris Johnson. And Boris Johnson is the same. He's just become a pawn in British politics. And all I'm going to say is this, right? I'm not going to lie. I'm not far left. I'm not a Marxist or whatever. I am a socialist. But I will never, ever talk to anybody who I know in the UK who votes for Starmer because he's a plastic conservative. He's the same as them. They're selling Britain down the road, right, and making life difficult for people. And now they've founded somebody who's looked after British people in his own way. So it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And it's not a knee-jerk. It's not a knee-jerk statement. It's not a knee-jerk statement from me. It's a disgrace the way they've hounded him. But at least he's going to show them all up now. Say, like, I would turn round and I would tell them, come on then, match what I put in. Match what I put in.
They cannot. He's a better person than all of them. He's better.
Yeah.
Just read the statement. Honestly, if you
I
do
heard
this
you.
to me, Sav, if anybody does this to me, I don't care who you are, and that's why I applaud Roman Abramovich. He's a better person than at least 80% of the whole world can be. Who in the world will, after your asset, you've put in two point something $billion or pounds into a club, and then they treat you like shit, and at the end of the day, you want to sell it, and you decide that you're going to give the money back, you're not going to ask for your money back, and even the proceeds from the sale of the club, you will start another foundation and then make sure that the war that they're blaming you, because no matter how we put it, they're blaming him for being part of the war, that whatever proceeds that comes from the sale of the club, you send it to the people of Ukraine. Clearly, that's why I am highlighting in here. Who in the world does that? He is a better person than all of us. He's a better person than all those PMs, the cowards that they are, that sell weapons to the other countries, that use it to kill people in other countries, and nothing is done about it. All they do is just for the reason of getting votes, just victimize just making an example of an innocent man who knows nothing about what's going on in that country. I am just really pissed right now. I have to be honest.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
Hey guys.
Yeah, let's bring in Chris. Chris, welcome to the stream, please. Before we go to we still have a few minutes. Then we can take some time and talk about the lineup and the structure of the lineup. What do you think about this statement?
Yes.
Just speak your mind about the statement
Yes,
on the screen.
yes, just before you got in, I saw the statement and I was shocked. I felt because I saw you guys talking. I was shocked that seems as if you guys haven't seen it. I think I saw it like maybe like a few seconds after it was was out. I didn't know what to feel, to be shocked, I mean, it's almost like there's a generation of fans that do not know Chelsea before Abramovich. There's a generation of fans that do not know Chelsea before Abramovich era. It was shocking, it's sad. I don't know exactly how to feel. It's a state of disbelief, a state of confusion, I mean, if we feel this way, you can imagine what the players will feel.
Or
Their
the man himself.
futures, yes, their futures. I mean, I think he played. They tried to get him for everything, and of course he has done what is the best interest of the club. I'm sure the kind of man that he is, I'm sure he'll first. I don't think he's in any rush, even though that's what they're trying. That's the impression, but I'm sure Chelsea will be in good hands. But it's just like losing someone. It's like losing someone. You don't just that feeling of what is to come. What next? How do you go on without this person? But as sad as it seems, we will move. The club will go on, and it's just sad times for Chelsea FC. It is.
Yeah, it is sad times indeed. And the good thing is that, like I said, when the show started, I'm not really concerned about who buys the club. Why? Because the man has proven time and time again that he deep down loves the club. He prioritizes the club's success even before money. And this statement here proves that is our belief that the man loves football. He proves us all right because his priority is to make sure that the club is in good hands. I think he will not just sell the club for selling sake. I think he will sell it to a buyer who will take good care of the club because he will forever love Chelsea. He's part of Chelsea. We will never forget him. I hope we find a way, even if it's a statue, even if it is, naming the stadium after him if it is possible, or naming a stand after him, that will make a world of difference. You know, I don't think this man deserves more. He deserves better than the way he's treated. He's no criminal. I'm just lost of words. I'm just confused right now. I'm so heartbroken that if you guys weren't it, and I just leave the studio and then stop the whole thing. But I'm glad you guys came on to support. But it is, by the way, my point is I don't think he will sell the club to anybody that will not take good care of the club. Look at his statement. His priority is to make sure that the club is in good hands, and the money, the proceeds from the sale of the club goes to people of Ukraine. I mean, I can't talk about that enough. Astad, do you have anything to say? Because I want us to switch to the structure of the formation. We have just a few minutes to round up, I think about 20 minutes or so. Stav, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here. Did you have any plans for tomorrow?
Sorry?
Did you have any plans for tomorrow's show?
Yeah, tomorrow's show, yes. We have to say goodbye to Roman because it's clear he's going to sell the club.
Yeah, right. Well, let's discuss Roman tomorrow. Let's get back to the game. And let's hope the players, right, who've been getting all the money all these years, go out and do something. And I can't hardly talk. But tomorrow morning, maybe I'll have calmed down. But right now, I'm so angry at the way it's been treated. So angry.
Yeah. All good.
Right,
all good. And Chris, I can't thank you enough. Yeah, that I like that encouragement from you. Chris says in a private message, he said Chelsea will be okay. It is just so sad. Yeah, it is so sad. Stav, let's just bring it back. Yeah.
Can I just add one thing?
Yes, go ahead.
When all this goes down, right, and Ukraine gets sorted out, don't think he will sell the club, but don't think he'll go away altogether, right? He can use one of his companies to sponsor the club. So I'm not 100% certain that the club's going to see the end of them altogether. He just wants to get out. He's doing what's right for the club, right? Yeah. One thing I will criticise, though, right, is that foundation and whoever it was who created it, aggravation and problems, right? But I will never forget Roman Abramovich because there's an old saying by Chelsea fans, right? When rival supporters think to us, right? I was there when we were shit. Sorry to use that word, right? And I never in my wildest dreams expected to win a Champions League and be league champions multiple times, right? Never, right? And as a proper fan, I would love Roman Abramovich, whatever, and what he's done for our club. Right, let's move on. We'll discuss it tomorrow.
Yeah. Chris, I'll come to you. I don't know if you've seen the lineup. Do you have any problems with it, or do you think it's the best that we could do with at this point?
I think the lineup is it's good. I've always wanted to see Kennedy on the team sheet and his own is starting because I think I don't know if his fitness or him just trying to get back in shape or whatever, but I've always wanted to see him see Chelsea play with Kennedy on the left side. So for me, that is one inclusion that I am looking forward to.
And do you think this is a structure? Because it doesn't seem right with Callum Hudson-Odoi on the as a right back and Kennedy. I expected him to start, but as a right wing back, not as a left wing back, not as a left back.
I think, but when the game starts, I don't think he'll. I'm sure there will be some kind of movement around. That structure. If you notice, every time the structure of the team comes out, usually Tuchel plays something different to what we see on the screen. Sometimes we begin to question: is it a 3-5-2 or whatever? All the kind of permutations. So I think it's one of those things today. That's what I think. That's what I think.
I think it makes sense there. I think probably in game we'll see a lot of switches, switching, and I think in structure that happens all the time. Stop. What do you think? The app here says 4-3-3. I haven't checked if they have the structure listed on the Fifth Stand app. Do you think this is correct, given where Callum Hudson-Odoi is here?
So
He's on the right.
if it's 4-3-3, who's the 4-3-3? Who's in the back four?
In the back four, we're looking for Malang Sarr and Rudiger in the middle as the two centre backs. And then we have Callum Hudson-Odoi as the right back, and then Kennedy as the left back. So do you think that's correct?
No. I don't think
so. Most likely not the structure, right?
No, it's likely that them two are going to... it's likely they're... I don't know. My head's gone to pot. I don't know. We've got Sky Sports on in the background, and they're just going on about it. I'll try and think about the thing. If it was a three at the back, then I'd have to wonder who the third one is. Keep on talking.
Okay, Antonio. Okay, Antonio, do you think this is the correct structure, or do you think it would change in game?
I think that's the right structure.
You think this is the right structure with Callum Hudson-Odoi on the right as the right back man there, and
yeah.
I doubt that. I really do doubt that. But it's a possibility. But like Chris mentioned, in game, I think we can see it switch to maybe 4-1-4-1, or so even that with 4-1-4-1, who plays it as the right back. I think it's difficult to say what the structure will be like until the game starts. So, Chris, coming back to you, I don't know if I've asked you that question before. Overall, let's start from the front three, because we can agree the back four is, I think that's the best we could do it at this point. We don't. Silva is he even on the bench?
I'm looking.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at the front three of.
Stan, can you mute the Sky Sports thing? Can you mute yourself if you want to talk? Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Okay, I'm looking at the front three of Timo, Lukaku, and wow, it's kind of difficult. I'm really struggling here. I think it's going to be a front two. That's what I think.
A front two of possibly you're saying Werner and Lukaku.
Now I see it. I see it's Lukaku, Mount, and Werner. That's the front three.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a front three. I'm
so
looking.
Would you have done anything differently if you look at the bench?
No, I don't because there's a reason why he's resting players, all of.
Yeah.
So I think with what the players that are available in terms of those that are fit and haven't been overloaded.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea. I mean, even with the second team can beat Luton. I see a front three of Mount, Lukaku, Werner, and I see Jorginho sitting, and with
Jorginho in the middle. That's where I'm thinking it's probably going to be 4-1-4-1. But go ahead.
Yes, I see Jorginho sitting, and flanked by Loftus-Cheek and Saul, and I see a front three, like I said, of Mount, Lukaku, and Werner.
Yeah. So, but do you trust the front three, or would you have started someone else rather than any of the players at the front?
I mean, if we're playing a different team, yes, I would have probably started someone. I would have made it a little different. But with this first 11, I'm sure we can do the job. I honestly don't see any problem. And besides, if there's a problem, we can actually make changes that would see us through.
Yeah. I think it's a strong lineup, and what I fear is that these guys are playing. Their formation is a 3-5-2, which means they're packed in the midfield area. I'm really concerned for lack of protection for the defense, because that's the case whenever Kante isn't playing, and the guys we have on the pitch, given that Jorginho is the lone pivot here, is not the best in terms of the physical aspect of the game. He can he can control the tempo of the game, but if you pressure him too much in the absence of N'Golo Kante, he falters. Kante usually masks Jorginho's deficiencies. So what do you think, Chris, about Jorginho being the lone pivot here? And we're not sure how these guys play. And they've, of late, I think, they've had a good run of games. You see that? They've won 2-0 against West Brom. They won 2-1 against Stoke City. They won 1-0 against Derby County. So these are strong teams. Derby County, we know they play very well. Stoke City, you know how strong they can be. Very physical too. West Brom, you know, these are no easy games. So they have had a good run of games that they did quite well. So I think it's a risk not having proper protection for our defense. What do you think, Chris?
Yes, you might be right if we were playing some other team. But you know how usually these lower league teams, they always come with all the energy, which I agree with you with that. They come with all the energy. But I am looking at I don't know now. I'm a bit confused if it will be Loftus-Cheek just talking in beside Jorginho or Saul. So it's going to be one of the two, because obviously you can't play Jorginho as a lone as
that's the problem.
Lone seater. You can't do that. You can't do. They'll drag him right, left, center. You can't do that. They'll run him off of the pitch.
The same thing. And I think Stav will argue the same thing too. I love Jorginho, but not as a lone pivot. We've seen that is the downside to doing that. He struggles whenever teams press us aggressively, most especially if they come at him. And it just looks as teams sometimes they just target Jorginho, knowing the moment if he's on the pitch for us, the moment he's out of the game, that we're done. Stav, Stav, do you have time to talk now?
Yeah, it's the same on fifth stand 4-3-3.
4-3-3. So that's the correct structure. So the question is, what do you think about Jorginho being the lone pivot there? Because that's the most likely thing to happen.
Not so sure about that. I think you might find Saul and him being the double six and Loftus-Cheek having freedom. One of those three will have the freedom to get forward. Plus, you have to remember that with Kennedy and Callum Hudson-Odoi, they're wingers, so they can get forward like Alonso and Aspie do when they play at full back. It's okay, but they're not. They do have 2 or 3 experienced players, though, so they are a danger if those are playing. So it's not a clear cut, but we'll see.
I think you made a great point there. I think maybe the application will make a difference. Application in the sense of Jorginho, we get good support from Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who's on the right, and Saul Niguez, I think, is even more defensively sound than Jorginho is. I think if those guys will pay attention and know when to underlap or overlap to ensure Jorginho isn't exposed that much, I think that will make a huge difference. But because without their support, I think he will suffer. Go ahead, you were going to say something, Stav.
Well, Saul's actually an attacking midfielder. Right, he's a box-to-box attacking midfielder.
But he's more defensively sound than Jorginho. He proved that against Sports, I think.
Yeah, but I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek will be Jorginho's minder. I think that will be his minder. Right, so,
I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm thinking. Sorry to cut in, but the other guy just said, I think Loftus-Cheek would be the attacking force in that midfield. If you ask me, that's what I think. And I think it also presents a good time to kind of experiment, because usually if you notice in most of our games,
Yeah.
Tuchel, especially when we're playing low league teams, Tuchel does all kinds of He keeps everybody guessing in games like this, and I won't be surprised if he's just testing out just one particular thing. It's just trying to test out something, a player in a certain position, and he plays. He just scrambles it in a way that you don't. I mean, we're all guessing. We don't even know who's gonna. So I think it is in a way good because this allows him to try out lots of formations and variations of players in different positions, different tactics, and all of that. So this is a good game to try that. So
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Even Kennedy starting over Alonso, I think it's a good move here. Alonso can be rested.
That has been long coming, if you ask me. That has been long coming because we want to see. I mean, what's the point of bringing him back if he's going to sit on the bench, or even for games like this? What's the point? We want to see him. Kennedy is not a bad player.
And I think he's a player that we all waited to see him, come into his own at Chelsea. Unfortunately, what happened. He went back to Brazil and it didn't work out for him. But I think Tuchel, if anybody can help him redefine the path of his Chelsea career, it is Thomas Tuchel. Hopefully he shows what he can do today and gets more opportunity. So on the final, I think we should be ending in a minute or so before the game starts. Just a minute. Quickly, Antonio, what do you think the score line will be?
I'm going to say 2-2
2-2. Okay. How about you, Chris? Okay. How about you, Chris? What do you think the outcome of the game will be?
I am looking at a 3-0 victory for Chelsea.
3-0 victory. How about you, Star?
Told you 3-1. We'll concede.
3-1, and I now say I think 3-1. It looks like we're going to concede because our defense there's no proper protection for our defense. I think these guys, and it's a structure that we're not used to. Maybe not the structure. The pairing at the back is not something we're used to. But we'll see what happens. And with that, guys, I appreciate you all. Those in the chat Phantom of Many Topics, Just Viola, Tide Talks. I know it's a dark day for all of us. But I am going by what Chris said. It's sad, but I think we will be good. And Romana, his statement shows he will make sure to sell the club to somebody that will take good care of the club and not let us down. So I appreciate you all. Chris, thank you again for finding time to jump on.
Take care, everybody. Take care.
You too, bro. Thank you, bro. I needed that kind words and support from you. So with that, I say goodbye. God bless you all. And I look forward to see you guys out tomorrow for the Blue Morning Show, which takes place 11 a.m. UK every day. And it's been great. We had a great conversation today discussing whether Roman would want to sell the club. And unfortunately, it has come down to that. And hopefully he sells it to somebody who truly loves football. Thank you all. And God bless us all.
Coachila.
Yes.
Chelsea fans are singing his name.
Yes. All right, so let's go, guys. Thank you, and God bless us all.
Catch you later. Bye.